The latest in the case involving abortion Dr. Kermit Gosnell. Now, we've learned even though he says he doesn't have any money, he will have to pay for his own attorney.
17 properties, including a beach home, though. And we also have a follow-up on the state hearing that took place yesterday in Harrisburg, where lawmakers are trying to get to the bottom of what happened in this case. DA Seth Williams is with us now. You were in Harrisburg yesterday, huh?
I was in Harrisburg yesterday.
Okay. Now, Dr. Gosnell is going to be for his preliminary hearing this morning.
Correct.
Does he have the attorney or not? Do you know?
Last we heard, he hadn't hired an attorney. Last week, he was demanding that a public defender be given to him. And the truth is, public defenders do a great job representing people in death penalty cases or homicide cases, but you have to be indigent. This man was making about $1.8 million a year in cash off of his illegal abortion clinic. And all the illegal narcotics he was selling. He has money, as you said, he has 17 properties. He's got money. So he has to spend it.
So if he doesn't find one, then one will, I guess, be appointed to him, and then he'll just have to pay for it? Is that how that works?
So you have the right to represent yourself. You have the right to a public defender if you're indigent, or for the court to appoint an attorney for you. If you're rich and you don't want an attorney, the judge can either hold him in contempt. She can also order an attorney to represent him and then bill him. He'll be forced to pay.
Wow. Okay.
So are there attorneys standing by in the courtroom? And then just appoint it right then, or would that take another few days?
It would take a process. You would have to select someone, and they have to come up to speed to be ready to defend.
Now, as far as those hearings in Harrisburg, sometimes, and I mentioned this yesterday, when you hear hearing, people think, oh, it's just a big show, you know, where people come up and talk and what's really going to get accomplished. What were your thoughts? What did you take away from it yesterday?
Well, I was very glad, because my job is to give voice to the voiceless, the dead babies, and the grand jurors who wrote the 270-page report. And about one-third of the report critiqued the State Department of Health and the State Department of State. Those are the boards that have oversight over doctors and health clinics. And they didn't know what was worse, the horrific and barbaric treatment of Dr. Gosnell's patients at his hands, or the callous, uncaring oversight that allowed this clinic to go on, not being inspected since 1993, after voluminous reports, people after people making complaints about this, but no one gave a...
Now, I've heard attorneys are getting in the way, so are you guys going to be able to get to the truth, or are we going to have to get, subpoena somebody to get the information? I mean, are people talking and being truthful?
Well, it's clear that there was no oversight. It was clear that people didn't do their job. We don't really need more laws. I mean, some could be helpful, but they didn't apply the standards that are requisite and are necessary now. It was a filthy, disgusting facility. He's had about 46 medical malpractice lawsuits. We go on and on and on. People knew. The current health commissioner of Philadelphia, he even hand-delivered a letter to the State Department of Health, and no one did anything.
And again, here's the grand jury report. It's shocking. You can barely read the darn thing. Let's get to the couple other cases, though. We're talking about this implant, silicone injections being done at the Hampton Hotel there by the airport. What are you hearing about this?
Well, I mean, I think Steve made a great point earlier. You don't go to a dry cleaner to get your tooth filled, right? People have to be used with common sense, but it's a shame that women, as a result of our culture and, feel that they have to do something like this. Exactly, but it's a shame. But it's possible that criminal charges could come of this as a result of, people putting themselves out as doctors, performing illegal surgeries. So, I mean, that's just a tragedy.
Can we get an update on what happened?